goes. If that's true, Gen.G Mobile One Racing moves on to the grand finals, guaranteeing at least that tiebreaker. But both teams are just aiming for a win on the day to be able to secure Birmingham.
The unlikely is here. Only one of these teams get to the grand finals. Only one gets to move on and try and claim that last major spot. A little bit harder for Pirates on a Boat. For Gen.G, you could have a date with Space Station no matter what happens, as long as you win this game, Stacks.
There's so much to be determined here, and who would have thought it would be Gen.G and Pirates on a Boat at the start of the weekend playing the most important match of the split. None of the players on this Pirates on a Boat squad have made a regional grand final before. They not only have to get there, but win it if they want to qualify for the major, while, as you mentioned, just winning this series for Gen.G secures at least a tiebreaker, but they could also just win it outright and go to Birmingham and take SSG out of the equation. 5-Up's going to turn around on this. He was brilliant yesterday. And then in contrast, Jorby, I mean, Reynolds was very hard on himself for his performance yesterday. All he did today was drop in 4 goals against Complexity to get him to this spot.
Yeah, Reynolds looked excellent in that game.
Oh my God.
Particularly for me, Stacks, this guy right here, Magic Bear, is the rock on which the foundation Gen.G build upon. And he gets an easy one here. Not only he got the 50 underneath 5-Up, but then the back of 5-Up's car ends up hitting that ball too and adds a little bit of extra mustard onto it. And that one was a ripper for Magic Bear. So Gen.G pick up right where they left off and continue to roll in the goals. That's exactly how they want it. You don't want to make Pirates on a Boat believe that they can win this game. Because you saw what they did against Space Station. We casted that game together, Stacks. And Hockey, he was on something different in the middle of that rotation when he was, you know, had boost in the tank. But still, you can't count out this POAB team at all. They played a great game against Space Station yesterday. 5-Up, Creams, and Hockey all had things you could point at for positive marks on them. But now, the going gets a little bit tougher here as Gen.G are finding their seam, and Reynolds picks up his first.
Yeah, Reynolds' 5th goal of the day, and he makes up for the initial shot not being on the mark, and I'm not quite sure what that was out of Creams. I don't know if he just misread where that ball was going, if he felt he wouldn't have had a shot at it. Either way, Reynolds will gladly take it. 2-goal lead now for Gen.G. You go back to the early days of this roster with Gen.G and, you know, where all the iterations they've gone through with the different orgs. But, you know, one of the constants has been this belief that, you know, Magic Bear is the truth. And that's been something that maybe Slater has felt a few times. He's had to defend that choice to keep him on the roster, to keep teaming with him. And every time he's been paid off for it. You know, I mean, Magic Bear, all he's done is prove his worth at every turn. Even though the fans, for whatever reason, may not seem to agree. That one goes right to 5-Up.
Well, Stacks, you know, when you go to round 5, when you go to game 5 and game 7 all the time, and you don't quite get over the hump, at least from a fan perspective, you can understand why fans might
there's a little angst.
But I think Magic Bear today is definitely showing you why he deserves to be on this roster. For my mark, Cheese has always been the big question mark on Gen.G for me. Like his inconsistencies on offense have at times put Gen.G back where they would have otherwise been ahead. In the last series, I think some of those things showed up again on offense. He was a lot better on defense. That helped make up for it. But for Cheese in this series, if you're given the shot opportunity, it needs to be on target. It needs to be with power. You need to be putting those types of quality opportunities on net for your team. Hockey is shot immediately denied by Reynolds.
And Cheese, the initial stop there, trying to trigger a counterattack out of the corner. Magic Bear will get that ball moving much more effectively. But he's going to have to peel off this play as 5-Up is all over it, and then Magic Bear just jumps right back in. Cheese coming up as well. He's going to have to turn away. Hockey lobbing it downfield where Reynolds is all over it, and Cheese making sure not to get starved out on the opposite side. He's at the back of the play right now, waiting to finish it off perhaps, but 5-Up directs that up to the backboard, and that's well defended by Pirates on a Boat under quite a bit of duress. Cream's trying to almost like kind of footstool Magic Bear in the air, and this will just be sent away.
Been a bit shaky for Pirates on a Boat on some of these touches out. I thought that 5-up grab on the backboard that he dropped was definitely going in, but he had someone covering him there. Just not seeing that offensive output. They've gotten a couple of tries towards the net. 5-up, where they had the most success against Space Station yesterday, he was on point and setting up those plays. Remember, he had that pass, the pinch pass, to get the overtime winner over to Creams. They really haven't been able to find the mark, despite, you look at the shot total. You know, they have 8 shots on net. Gen.G only have 4. But I really think maybe the game is helping them out a little bit with some of those shots, because I'll remember near all of them, Gen.G have got those early goals and held on to this lead easily. Their defense against complexity was part of what just held them over. They almost had the binary sweep. Shout out Shogun, who was no doubt very upset that complexity scored 2 goals in that game full.
Excellent.
We'll never get it. But Reynolds might get this. Oh. Almost.
Looked like just nothing could go wrong for Gen.G until that, but when you've built up a 2-goal lead, you'd afford to have a few things not pan out. Final seconds ticking away. Magic Bear one last stop. Will they add one for the road? It doesn't seem likely, as Hockey should be able to dump that away. And Cheese's shot dies in front of the goal.
Yeah.
But hey,
I don't know what he was seeing on that play.
It.
I'd have to go back to it. Yeah.
Yeah, you take it. It's a 2-0 win in game 1. Now we go to the Forbidden Temple in game 2. Gen.G inching ever closer, and Space Station sweating more and more. If this continues, as well, Cheese kind of went past that ball and Reynolds had to pick up the slack. Cheese is there in the midfield, and that's popped away. Well done defensively by Pirates on a Boat, a team that is going to have to make their hay defensively if they're going to hang with Gen.G and maybe get to the finals and perhaps win said finals to punch their ticket to Birmingham. It's how they've gotten to this point as well. When they've had to score in bunches, yes, they have, but they're certainly a team that's much more comfortable with a 1-0, 2-1 game, rather than having to score 3 or 4 to try and keep pace with the opposition.
Yeah, they're 5-0 when they only score 1 goal, right? Or when the game is 1-0, they're 5-0. So if they score that goal, they don't let it in. And we saw that defense against Space Station at full effect. Magic Bears got the catch. This time it starts a little bit better for Pirates on a Boat. See if they can actually get possession of this ball and demo on the back end as well. And wow, what a pop there from the 5-up. And unfortunately for him, no one from his team is going to follow that up easily.
First touch at risk of getting away from Cheese there. He recovered. Now Reynolds with Magic Bear streaking off to the side, and he's going to be right there on the wall to follow the play up. Creams right at Cheese. Cheese for Magic Bear, and that just forced all the way across. Got the boost steal though, so Hockey will be without boost, and now he's without a presence on the field. Magic Bear with Reynolds sneaking up the side. May not matter. Oh, Magic Bear tried to slow play that, and the option just was not there, and it doesn't work out for Gen.G. Pirates on a Boat maybe catch a break here as that goes to the backboard, and 5-up's got it away.
Yeah, it was the smartest play for Magic Bear because Gen.G gets to keep the ball. If he tries to force that 50 goes out weirdly. Your team has to reposition, and there's a likely transition afterwards. I don't think Magic Bear's intention was to ever put the ball in the net there. It's to maintain possession. That's been the key for Gen.G. Case in point, Stacks. You hold the ball, eventually it's going to find its way in.
Yeah, Pirates on a Boat never really recovered. They got the initial clearance, but they didn't capitalize on that at all. Gen.G just kept the pressure going, and it's Reynolds unassisted, who, again, he came in with a lot of motivation today, and he has delivered.
Very solid play overall from Gen.G, and again, it's Magic Bear in the little areas, the things that don't show up on the stat sheet. That's something I've always felt that he's done, and I can understand why Reynolds feels like he has to defend him and his position on this team, because people love stats. People love, ooh, wow, look at all these things that they did in the game. Someone's got to facilitate those things. Yeah, but Stacks, you know, you're a numbers guy, sure, but you also understand the context between the numbers matters.
It does.
Okay, buddy. Look, Daz isn't here. You can't play this game.
That's true. That's true. I can't do that to you. Magic Bear trying to get it behind this ball, but Creams able to win it. And Reynolds just going to gently guide that down to the ground. And again, just make it tough for Pirates on a Boat to gain any headway on the offensive end. I mean, just what a wild story this Gen.G team has been throughout this opening split. Seemed dead in the water, and Magic Bear under the crossbar will add another. And they won the first game 2-0. They've got a similar lead now.
Oh, 5-Up tried to line that up. Reynolds held his flip. And you see 5-Up, he's lining it up as if Reynolds is just going to carry the ball to the back wall. He tries to time it, and Reynolds flips. It messes the timing up for 5-Up, and he ends up completely whiffing the ball. And it opens it up again, and that's again after Gen.G just whittled them down under the pressure. They pick up a demo here, a demo there. They're stealing all of the boost, forcing Pirates to have to manage. And that is something they struggled with against Space Station when it came to scoring goals, was their boost management. And a lot of times you'd see them behind the ball, and they'd have like almost no boost. It's been a little bit better in this game, but when Gen.G are playing as well as they are on offense and you're able to starve them out, well, those issues will be highlighted. And Gen.G are just playing excellently right now. I thought this might be a trap game for this team. It would be just like Gen.G to beat Complexity, only to fall to Poab right after, but it really doesn't feel like that's in the cards for this team. They have played extremely well so far in these first two games, and they don't really seem to be letting up.
Similar score lines for these first couple of games. Still time for Pirates to get back into this one. They got to be moving sooner rather than later. Reynolds has it on target. Adds his third of the series, 7th of the day. And Slater, oh so determined to go across the pond.
5-Up got caught ball watching. He had to, someone has to call out that Reynolds is there, because he goes up initially like he's going to go for that ball, and then he lets it drop as if nobody's there, and then all of a sudden Reynolds pops up on the left side of his screen, and by his car language he looks shocked. He started turning tail and running. He's like, oh god, I got to go back and defend this, and now the ball's in your net. You can't be ball watching in a situation like this, especially when you're, I know it's kind of crazy to say you're ball watching when you're first on the ball, but you got to go.
We may have another perfect sweep setup here. 2 games in on this. 5-Up adds one with 3 seconds left. There, we got it out of the way early. And everybody can just put that to rest. It's of no consequence otherwise. But at the very least, Pirates on a Boat get to see the ball go into the net.
It has been one of those types of days, though, hasn't it?
It really has.
Had the perfect sweep setup earlier. NRG got swept by ultimates. First killer, third killer, I guess. But, like, man, Gen.G. Gen.G.K? Question mark? Get back. The touches aren't there. You got to stay in this game in every single way. Sure, what Pirates have done up to this point has been impressive, no doubt about it. None of these players have made a grand finals. This is the closest that they've ever gotten to it. But even there, Hockey getting up, putting the ball into safety. They need to create some magic here.
There's plenty of magic to be had on the other side of the field. He's waiting for that ball from Creams and wins it. And despite the demo on Reynolds, Gen.G attack still very much healthy. There's Cheese and an early lead.
That's what I want to see from Cheese. If you're given the chance, put it on target. It's something he's struggled with throughout his time with Reynolds and Magic, but he's nailing it right now. And a great setup again, like you said. Plenty of magic on the other side. It's bear-sized, Stacks. Magic Bear continues to facilitate Gen.G's success.
Maybe if you could point to a weakness for Pirates on a Boat yesterday. Oh, what a shot from Magic Bear. That forced Hockey into action. Is, you know, when Space Station was able to kind of throw the house at them and go for these air dribble bump plays and demos, you know, the second defender had to wait so long to jump into action after the first defender was beat that they just didn't have enough time to react to the play. And that's what's happened a couple times now to Pirates on a Boat. First man gets beat. Hockey on that last play just kind of left to come out and make a quick reflex read and just not able to react quick enough. And it leads to a Gen.G goal. They may, in fact, have solved the puzzle that had stymied a few other teams, as Reynolds keeps that one out. Oh, what a save!
Wow, I thought that might have gotten squeezed in. a tight window. Gen.G won't let them in at all. It's like against complexity. With a few times where Razebull or Diaz were gonna set something up, they get it on target. One of Reynolds, Magic, or Cheese are there to make that goal line stop. Here's another shot from Creeves. And Pirates maybe getting some offense going finally.
They got a chance here. Hockey, though, doesn't have any boost. Creams does. Going for the double, and Cheese knocks that off to the side. Well defended, but again, you'd like to see a little bit more out of Pirates, maybe just a little more aggression. It's just not enough right now. 2 minutes into game 3, having only scored the 1 goal, and, well, that was a little dangerous.
Honestly, better than some of the alternatives, although Reynolds was downfield, like you said, not without risks with the way that challenge went.
Oh, Cheese has Reynolds, but unable to find him. Magic Bear just circling around, just doing donuts at midfield, waiting for the ball to come to him, and, well, Cheese will have to dive in. I mean, Gen.G is far from perfect, but
today, though,
yeah, it's certainly well enough to give themselves a shot. And they got the 1-0 lead here, and it will hold that lead after the save by Reynolds.
You think there's an idea or two in the tank for Pirates? But like you said, first man loses. Well, there's just no follow-up, no hold on the 50. There's no Magic Bear for Pirates on a boat. Because that's exactly what Gen.G have when their first man, if it's not Magic, can't get behind the ball. Magic gets right in that rotation. He stops the momentum of the other team, holds the ball, buys you a chance to actually get set and make a follow-up. Take the next step, if you will. Poab are missing that next step right now, and it's really throwing the rhythm off.
Magic Bear has played a little more reserved in this game, just kind of waiting for his spot. May not be necessarily needed. They got the lead. Minute 30 plus. Cheese is going to be all over this ball. Now Magic Bear, bank shot, closed down by 5-up.
Magic's really trying for the cute shots today, isn't he? He had a failed psycho against complexity. He had that awesome tight angle shot downfield. Cheese leaves the ball there. Wasn't on his cam. Not sure if he actually went for that or not. As Magic Bear, again, gets that touch out. 5-up gets the demo, though. There's the opening! Finally, Pirates find a way through. 5-up gets their first.
It's a tough read for Cheese. He's starting to go to the back wall and realize he's got to get out and get a hand up on 5-up. And 5-up just a little bit faster. He's got both goals for Pirates on a boat, trying to will them back into the series. They're going to need one more to get a game here off of Gen.G. It is 5-up, leading the charge, down to the final minute now. Reynolds takes that one away. Creams throw it downfield. Hockey's there, and Magic Bear shut him down and kept possession.
Not sure there was an angle there for Hockey. But either way, you like that from Poab. You like that they're actually starting to generate opportunities. Those consecutive touches, finding each other's down those seams. Instead of just that first challenge being awkward and not being able to follow it up. That's what helped them get that first goal. But Gen.G make it difficult, don't they? Even when you think you have an opening there, Magic Bear shuts it down.
They've made a lot of things difficult this weekend after making things difficult for themselves, all split. 5-up shot sent away by Magic Bear. Overtime looming now inside 20 seconds. Magic Bear's got something to say about it. Bang, bang!
I believe in Magic. And the Bear certainly does. Gen.G certainly do. He doesn't need no boost. 3 boosts, that was just for the flash. He was hitting that all day. Beat it down the midfield. And how about that for the exclamation point? 14 seconds left. Might be match point after all. 5-up. We'll drop it down underneath. Quick dash up the wall. Creeves gets there. Pirates got a little bit of space. Hockey puts it down. But Gen.G aren't going down.
4 in a row to keep their hopes alive.
It will be difficult. The Pirates, the fact that they got to this point is not something I think many people would have predicted in the first place. The fact to have your major hopes alive this far on the final day of NA Open 3, really no matter what happens after this, I don't think Poab could be too upset with how things have gone this split. How you've been able to progress. Sure, you've never made that final. You'd love to get into that final. I mean, that just highlights how well Gen.G have played today. I mean, they're rolling right through. They are certainly believers as well, Stacks. Hockey losing that ball to Magic Bear. Cream's forced to give it up. He got the lead. What are you supposed to do?
You know who's going absolutely unhinged right now? Both Spaceman and Corelli.
I can hear Spaceman from here. They're playing the song, one of the songs.
Of course. A lot of those. Maybe not so much round 5 anymore. But this is just spectacular stuff out of Gen.G. On a personal note, of course, congratulations. Corelli, newly married as of yesterday.
Yeah. Congratulations to him. Also, what was Spaceman say? I believe it's not the statistics. It's not the statistics.
There's a lot of things that Spaceman says. I tried to tune out half of it. Hockey with a big win going downfield. I mean, look at the 50 here with Cheese starting to come in. Now let me flex my muscles. And Hockey's got him right back in it.
Yeah, it's definitely fortunate. He got a great first touch. But as he's falling down, he just makes sure he can at least get a 50. And without any boost, can't do much to adjust. So you just kind of hope that the ball falls your way, the challenge falls your way, and it does. 5-up steals another one, and he slips it into the left side. Now, Pirates aren't just going to lay over and let Gen.G take it.
No, they are not. Boy, what a win. And then Magic Bear just kind of left in an awkward spot there because he's got, I believe it was Reynolds coming in, trying to take over his primary defender, and just that little hesitation. That's all it takes. 5-up takes advantage, and all of a sudden, Pirates on a boat have finally turned it around. Very rare lead in this series for the Pirates. After they went nearly 2 full games without getting on the scoreboard at all.
Oh, such a clean reset from 5-up. No follow-up. Again, no one in a position to do anything with that ball, and easily turned around as well. Even there you see the demo, and you just feel like Gen.G are going to get right back into it here with Magic Bear behind it. But Poat doing enough right now, getting behind the ball, doing the job on defense. 5-up has no boost, sits right in. You saw him use the wave dash, trying to keep his momentum with the play. Barely kept himself in position, and at least buys his team time, but they are really hurting for some boost right now. Gen.G keep taking it. Gen.G just took that corner. Reynolds snipes the left side! You starved, you can't eat, Stacks. We're all tied up.
Slaughter Thomas, pass to himself through traffic, perfect placement. Reynolds, what a play.
Man, that's, to me, the big difference with Gen.G so many times is, like, you've seen them take lead in series before. Reynolds, Magic, and Cheese, no matter what org is representing them. Oh,
okay, Cheese.
Okay, wait, Magic? Okay, guys, trying to make some points here. Just gonna score again real quick. Why not? Reynolds steals more boost. Stacks, you take it over.
A Hockey, good win there to just keep the attack alive, but it dies out very quickly after. She should have this one as Cream's kind of got tied up on the side there. And again, you know, I don't want to get too close to just giving him too much credit because Reynolds would hate it if I did, but you go from how he looked yesterday and how he felt. He even said it in the interview that he felt like he was hard carried by his teammates and that he would have to come back better tomorrow. It's hard to do better than what we've seen out of Reynolds right now. 5 goals in this series to go with the 4 against Complexity. And he's got this game all tied up now. 2 goals apiece. Hockey sends one out. And Reynolds will have to retreat. I think the biggest difference, if you go back and look at the series yesterday compared to the couple of series today, he's actually had boost in the tank a lot more often. And he's used it to make a save like that.
Oh, and a precarious touch from Magic Bear, swinging around, knew that someone was going to be there to challenge his touch. 5-up denied as well. Not high enough to get it around Cheese. And I mean, Reynolds has played it well. You say he has a little bit more boost in the tank. That's because he's taken everybody else's. Like, that whole time, Stacks, that you were talking, Gen.G were just swinging around, taking not just the canisters, but also the pads. And that's a tough life on defense when you know the corners are gone, so you think, okay, I'll just get the diamond, and the diamond's not there. You're like, fine, not the diamond, I'll get the ones on the edge. The ones on the edge aren't there. The Gen.G holding the ball. They haven't gotten the ball in the net. Pirates still doing enough on defense to survive, but that's what they're doing right now. Surviving on the pass from Reynolds up high. Cheese waits for the whip, and 5-up gets there in time.
And Cheese has practically been farming boost this whole game.
Magic.
And that makes it real tough for Pirates, and Cheese able to weave through traffic, and just like that, Gen.G are 42 seconds away from at least a tie in the split.
You know, it's like when you go camping and you're in the cabin, or you go out walking on a hike, and then you come back and the bear is in your fridge in the cabin taking all of your food. That's exactly what Magic Bear did on that play. He took away your corner boost after he took away like 5 more, and Cheese is doing the same. Look, man, if you don't got boost, there ain't much you're going to be able to do. You can survive for a long time on low boost. Pirates have proven that. But they've also proven that eventually you will crack. Eventually you will starve. And it looked like the net was wide open, but nobody there from Gen.G was ready, Stacks. For 15 seconds, and at least a tiebreaker is theirs to hold.
Final countdown of Game 4. Pirates opening split comes down to 5 up, getting a shot, and it's blocked away by Cheese. A Space Station Gaming. Objects in the mirror are a lot closer than they appear. Gen.G to the finals.
Actually, Gen.GK. Open 3 in both regions, providing right now. And honestly, I said at the on the pre-show yesterday, we did the little whiteboard segment of what's the percentage chance.